I apologize for prep taking so long, everybody. It's getting a little.
Apologize for prep
Oh.
taking so long, everybody.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. That's me right there. Okay. I got the title to work. Finally, but the only downside was I had to hop over to my Mac and do it over there because for some reason PC just ain't cutting it. But I am here. Let's just see if any of the switches work. They do not. Oh man, I'm doing this old school. Hey everybody. It's another stream with the T Monster. I am the T Monster. How are you? How are you? You hear me and now you see me. I am. All right. Wow. So I decided to stick with the schedule. I was gonna do a little Destiny tonight, but I realized something. I realized I got some stuff I need to do, and I have a very special little something that I've got planned near the end of the stream. But I'll be back for a real, like a micro stream almost later on tonight. It all depends on how much evidence I can review and everything. But I will be joined later tonight. I'm going to be a guest star on Ash Said Hi, and you all know Ash Said Hi from different streams here and things like that. Well, Ash wants me to coach her. Oh, it's the limes upstairs. I was trying to figure out what the hell is making that noise. I realized it was the limes upstairs in the garbage compactor. Anyway, I just got the strong urge to bake you something, probably because I'm on a diet and still want to be around desserts. Some of the UI stuff got messed up. Your Twitter thing is off. Oh, jeez, you're right. Oh man, what happened there? Okay, it wasn't that. Man, everything's kind of going foobar tonight. Let me just take a look here. Tickety Talks. Socials. Tickety Talks. Twitter. Twitter handle. Come on. Twitter handle. Boop. There we go. Move that. Whoa. No. It's one of the things I'm not crazy about with I'm not 100% sold on with OBS is that when things go foobar, yeah, I know I don't want to look janky either. I do not want my stream looking janky. You know I take a lot of pride in my stream, so that's better. That's better. Hold on. Hey! Sorry, cat. Man. You talk about jumping in, being all stoked about jumping into a stream, and then booyah, I can't find anything. Hooyah. Okay. All right, so let's start this again. Hi, everybody. Yeah, I'm gonna do some good old-fashioned investigating tonight. I'm actually gonna go and do a little more with the evidence review. I got my evidence review all set up and ready to go, but I wanted to share with you this first. You'll recognize that as the raid seal, everybody. That's the raid seal. I have in here oh, it's beautiful. Oh, chat, look at this. Look at that. That, everybody, is the raid pin. Not the raid seal, but it's the raid pin for Val the Disciple. Ooh, that's gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Gorge. You earned this by completing the Val the Disciple in a certain amount of time. And wow, that's pretty. Steve just got his legendary Witch Queen pin. So my legendary Witch Queen pin should be coming very soon. But the first thing I want to do is put this on the banner. Gonna put this on the banner, everybody. And I think put this here. Little accomplishments, everybody. Little accomplishments. And there we go. There we go. Now my big fat head is covering it up, but there it is. How about that? I'll take that. I will gladly take that. So I wanted to make sure I shared that moment with you. I'm pretty excited about that. That was I should be getting a couple other accomplishments coming in the mail. I have to finish my accomplishments for the current season of the Haunted, as well as Festival of the Lost. You'll get a kick out of this, Spence. I don't know if you saw it or not, but the Festival of the Lost, the seal you get for Festival of the Lost, and the title is Ghostwriter. Ghostwriter. So I have to get on that. I have to get on that. Blocking the opportunity for a Rossi-esque body shot with your chair. There you go. So anyway, I wanted to go on ahead and do a little more, but I actually wanted to share with you some of the stuff that I think I've picked up already. Let me go on ahead. Oh, I just realized something. The lo-fi. Oh, this is. Oh my God! Hang on, I got to share this with you all. Hold on a second. Make sure that. Nope, wrong one. That's the wrong window. What did I do to piss off OBX today? Jeez. OBS is just having a day with me. All right, let me just take a look here. Main display. Properties. And no, I want you to look at that one. There you go. If you look at the animation here for the lo-fi channel, I'll even blow it up. So the cat in the window's got little bat wings. She now has a little cauldron here. She's got vampire fangs along with a cape. Mummified stuffed animal skull and jack-o'-lantern. There's a bag of candy here. That's pretty slick. And of course, little bat wings on the cat. I do enjoy that. I enjoy that so. Which look do you go for when carving pumpkins? Scary. I like scary pumpkins. Okay, chat. Let me get back to it. So yeah, I finished up some review the other day. My link is mostly a cat with a bit of my aid. I wanted to look at. So let's see here. All right, so I've got my drive here. Let me see what the drive looks like. I should have Crescent by Day. Findings. Oh, perfect. So let me show some of this. I'd like to go ahead and show you some of the stuff that I did manage to catch. So I'm just gonna go over here and pull up some of the fun things that we caught. Let's see. There is. This one was kind of cool. I'm trying to find the stuff that I don't have, like you don't have to wear headphones or anything to catch. Like there's this one right here.
Notice the red box now really quiet. It's like, I got a lady in
Oh wait, did I miss it? Hold on, let me play that again. That's it. So you're gonna hear Phil. You're gonna hear Phil say, "Hold tight." All right. You're gonna hear Phil say, "Hold tight." And this is what we caught. Listen very closely to the audio. Whoops.
Notice
don't know if you guys can hear that. We caught an EVP just after you hear Phil say hold tight. You'll notice Tina's in the cell. She's not saying anything. I'm behind the camera. I'm not saying anything. And then you hear Pip. It's right before the sing-song thing. That the sing-song is Pip. But you should hear a small voice that says thank you.
Notice the red box now really quiet. It's like, I have a lady in custard.
If you can't hear that one's it's quick. It's quick, but you can hear it right after, not right after, but after Phil says hold tight. I'm trying to think some other ones that we caught that were really good ones. We got a lot of multiple hits on things, which I thought was really interesting. Let me try this one.
What would you like us to stop?
Oh. Anybody hear that one? I was pretty proud of that find. Phil starts replaying what he was recording on his Evastar, right? And you'll hear the question replayed on his Evastar. You'll hear this. Did you come here? Did you come here to just to get time out of your cell? Listen real hard to the audio that follows. I'll play it again.
What would you like us to stop?
That was fast.
Would you be open to sharing your game with us? Did you come here to get time outside of your cell? Is the priest used to practice mass in this church? Here.
Did you hear that one? I was pretty proud of that one. That one we actually caught on Pip's recorder as well. I just boosted the sound in desktop audio, so right now you should have a little better reception on some of the stuff that I'm playing here audio wise. Now this other one. Here's the other one.
Or were you
Haunt. Just say that.
haunt?
Are you haunting this place?
Were you pretending to be a believer? Curious.
Did you partake of Christ's body and blood?
Now there's another group coming in at this time. Oh, what? It was very nice seeing you Sunday as well. Very, very nice seeing you as well. Wish it had been under better circumstances. Wish it had been under better circumstances, everybody. So, all right. So anyway, so we got a really good one. This one I'd have to find out where that one was. I have to look that up again. All right. So these are just some of the things that I caught within, quite a few things that were happening. This was kind of freaky. I don't mind sharing this one. Hey, Random. Good to see you. Yeah, it was this one. So that's Tina. That's Tina in the
I'm just
cell.
gonna come right here so you can hear me better.
and Phil has just set up a
Work
REM pod.
here?
I don't work here. I'm just passing through. Are you angry? Are you angry that we are asking you questions while you're trying to spend time with this lady? Are you
That's me.
one of the workers? One of the staff, security?
And there's the REM pod at the bottom.
What the fuck?
Whoa.
We were in
Are
D.
you
We were in D
confused?
block on here, and this was the day after. This was the day after
I'm
we
sure
did
it's
the
hard.
crescent,
Hey,
the
look, we
candy
don't
factory.
mean
No one.
We don't mean any disrespect coming in here and asking you questions. In fact, that is a sign of respect that we want to hear your story.
Oh my god.
You know, it's
Safe time before.
it's not our place to judge any of you here. Someone already passed judgment on you and put you here for whatever reason, right or wrong, whether you were innocent or not. But we're not here for judgment. I heard movement in cell either 56 or 55.
No, you're actually hearing you're hearing the gust of wind from up there. There's an open window on the second floor, and I'm telling you, it's knocking stuff around. So it sounds like movement.
You right?
You okay?
My hand.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, Eddie, honey.
What happened?
So something touched your hand. Are you done?
Yeah, someone like grabbed my hand.
And from this distance, I got 1.6, and it spiked up to 9.1 at that
Wow.
Holding on to the EMF reader.
Let's
right
see what it says to me.
Okay. Phil's going into his cell now. Okay.
I'm gonna sit on your bed, okay?
And as you're doing that, Phil, 4.0, 3.9, 1.3, 1.5. So you're kicking up something there EMF-wise.
So where's the,
Where's your EMF reader?
What?
And just to say, we are in, just to paint the scene for you, we are in cell block D of Crescent. This is during the day, and there's no electricity in this building, none whatsoever. I mean, this is as you remember from the Crescent investigation that we did last year. There's nothing in there's nothing. What? Thank you, baby. Thank you, longtime fan. I see what you did there. But there's no electricity in here whatsoever. Nothing. In fact, I went up to the second level, did a EMF sweep with my own EMF reader, and it was just baseline 0. I mean, it didn't even pop up to a 0.1 or a 0.2. So when I'm reading off the numbers, that is a spike in something happening there. Most of the time, it just stayed at 0. So Tina had just finished an Estes method in there. And yes, Twitch Mom hated this cell block. She hated this. And this was during the day. All right, so here's how things went as soon as Phil took the reins.
I didn't have it on, so I closed my eyes.
Oh, can you grab me the blindfold? EMF readers in the big case, Steve.
Now, I want to also you to know, you'll notice that what happened is that whenever Phil and Tina walked by there, that's how close you have to get to this EMF reader to get even the most basic response to the REM. That's how close you had to get to the REM pod to get that kind of response. Right now, the REM pod is generating an EMF field around it. Anything that breaks it, that's what sets it off. Okay, and usually if you've got an electronic device, that will also set it off. So here we go.
So what?
And you'll see we are not near it at all in any way, shape, or form.
Ooh. Okay.
In the big case.
That time Phil was able to not set it off. But yeah.
It's interesting. Okay.
I hope I'm not bugging you too much here. But honestly, I want to see if you
Up, Diggy! It's the light show.
Now, something else to note about this. The closer you get to the REM pod, the more lights you're setting off. And when you see the center one go off and you hear that high-pitched whine, it means someone or something is connecting with the tip of the antenna.
Not too happy about Phil being in there, huh? Is he sitting on your
I just want to
bed?
have a quick talk with you.
Maybe ask if he could sit on his bed.
Did you grab the blindfold?
Oh, I thought. Where is it?
No.
Okay, it's all right. He doesn't mean any harm.
Yeah, I don't mean any harm. In fact, let me see if. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to make this a little harder, potentially for you to set off.
Really? I got you. Oh, really? Oh, really?
Here. Here.
Maybe you'll feel better if we talk a little bit.
I should reach them up.
I'm going to turn this off just for a minute. Okay?
And I'm gonna turn on 18.
Okay.
You sound like a tea kettle.
It's just you and me now, friend.
Is ready again?
You want to learn about you.
That's the metalwork too.
Is it?
Yeah,
You want to learn about you.
metalwork sets has a.
Do I know my device well enough to do it with a blindfold?
Okay, you're probably
The
right.
right answer to that is no.
I get it.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, it sounded like.
So yeah. Very angry REM pod there. Okay, so I'm gonna go on ahead and I have not had a chance to look at any of the pre-investigation that we did. And this was the first place that we actually walked into, or the first time we went in there. Or is it? Oh, that's from 9:30. Did I? Hang on a minute. Oh wow, I haven't even uploaded the stuff from the Candy Factory. This is the Candy Factory when Spence, you were with us. So okay. Hi, buddy. Did I have any findings? Let me just double check. There it is. Public event. See, there we go. So I got to figure out where I put the footage from this. Yeah, this was all the stuff. This was all the stuff on the night of the actual of the investigation we did with the public. Now, here's Candy Factory private and public. Okay, and then I've got. All right, let me open this up. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? And hi, everyone. How are you tonight? Hope you all are doing well. And I love this. Talking under Pip saying up, up. Let me have a listen to that. Listen to that. Cat.
Up, Diggy! It's the light show.
Oh!
Up, Diggy! It's the light show. Up,
Good
Diggy,
catch.
It's the light show. Up, Diggy! It's the light show. Up, Diggy!
Wow. Good catch.
It's the
Good catch, Spence. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. It's right after that. That's what happens when you put your headphones on. Oh yeah, I know, right? Right, Twitch Mom, right? Okay, we're gonna have to mark that, Pip. Make a note of it somewhere that there's a bonus. There's a bonus clip in there. Who knew? You're home and safe. Yeah, we have a funny little story about that. But let's get back to the Candy Factory. I was trying to open this. Oh, I have to. Whoops. All right, hang on a second, chat. um, Ruth was keeping an eye on us all, baby. Ruth was keeping an eye on us all. Let me go on ahead and do. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I just wanted to switch back over here real quick. Oh, pardon me, everyone. All right. All right. Honey, I'm signing you out, so I hope you don't mind. All right. Signed in. Good. Okay. So where we last left off. What? Oh my. All right. So that's the public event. So now I got to find the footage from the private event. There we go. There's the. Oh, I don't have anything from the private event yet. Okay. So let me just see here. But I'm pretty. Cat, I swear I'm gonna turn you into a slipper if you don't relax and just lie down. No, lie down, lie down, lie down. Gotta play with your feet. All right. Let's see. Cat. Okay. That is the pre-investigations. That doesn't count. Vision. Kenneth. Okay, Kenneth. Here we go. Now, that is... Oh, this is it. This is it. Okay, this is all right, so here is our first stop. And we are this is the preliminary investigation. Okay. Yo, how you doing there, noob? All right. Let's go on ahead and let's set up a new sequence. Really good catch, though, Spence. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Okay. So if I remember correctly, there we go. I think we're all the way up to here. I'm importing files right now, Chad, if you're curious. Okay. Now, we start in the second floor. So, sequence. Oh, and I can bring this over here so you can watch it. Hey, noob. If I remember correctly, you were planning on going on an investigation. How did that go? How did that turn out? Weren't you Weren't you planning on doing something like that? Has that happened, or did we miss it? Change sequence settings. Yes. Okay. Great. Yep. Because look at this. Look at this, chat. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, it's not letting me scroll it. Darn it! It's not letting me scroll it. But there's Spence's lovely face right there. Okay. You finally made it out. Got some results. Oh, that's fantastic. That's so exciting to hear. So exciting to hear. Okay. Well, here we go. Now, I want to first off make this throw out this little disclaimer, chat, that this is where I was experimenting with chat with the rig that I had perfected for the night of the event. So I'm gonna be struggling with this just a little bit, probably. Now, let me get to fit in the window so we can. Good. Want to try to get as much of this as possible. All right, here we are. Now, let me set this up. Okay, so we're about to go into the second floor bathroom, and because that's where they said they were picking up some stuff at the candy factory. The people who are here, these are all people who are working at the candy factory, okay? And they have reported all different kinds of wild and weird stuff happening. Spence, as you see there, right here, Spence here, Resident Moon, our own Resident Moon. They are they stay out in the hallway, and they are on the GhostTube app. And if you don't know what the GhostTube app is, you can go on ahead, go to oldspiritsinvestigations.com and look at our review of the Old Spirits of the GhostTube app. Let's just say hearing cold on a warm night is a result as the train wreck happened on Christmas. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. We have one of those as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's start this up.
Close.
Already? Wow. Okay, so
And related.
we are right now. We've been told there has been a lot of activity on this second floor, and that is why we're here right now. I'm going to walk the length of the second floor just to see how things go. And from there, we'll just take it from there. You guys stay put.
So this is kind of I didn't realize it though till I was in a review. See, and noob, that's what the EVP is all about. You don't hear it until you review the evidence. Now, real quick, just so I'm setting the scene here. This was an investigation, but this was also a dress rehearsal for the public event that we did 2 weeks ago. All right. And the public event was I reviewed evidence from that last Tuesday. So this Tuesday is the investigation that we did with the staff of the candy factory, and this is on September 29th, just so you all know. I was just basically getting a feel for the area, getting a feel for what, how are we going to handle people, things like that. If anybody has any questions about the evidence, about what we're reviewing, about where we are, how long we've been at this, feel free to ask. But I had so much fun doing this last week, I wanted to go ahead and do it again. So let's go ahead and let's see how this dress rehearsal went. And if we caught anything, I'd love to see if we did. All right, here we go.
And chat, just so you know, I've got mods in stream, so if you have questions for them, feel free to ask.
Yeah, I was streaming
Right
this.
now, I am just taking a quick. That is folks upstairs.
We had two groups.
Now, the reason why we can't go lights out, is mainly because that's a safety issue. And it's always safety first.
Always safety first.
Safety first. Okay, I'm going dark, everybody. Thank you very much for being here. Again, this is Old Spirits, the first team to investigate the candy factory. Thanks for being here, everybody. Okay. So welcome, everybody. You're at your first paranormal investigation. How about that? Now, I have a recording device right here. Does anybody else, apart from Spence, have a recording device going right now? Just checking. Okay.
Well, I'm not recording on my GhostTube. I can't though.
Oh, okay. No, that's okay. That's okay. It's up to you.
Do you want to shut those doors? Because they're both shut, and then you'd have more of a lights out effect.
Well, yeah, but I just didn't want to. If that's okay, is everyone
It is
okay with that?
okay,
I just want to make sure with
It
the.
is okay.
All right.
I'll go get the other one.
All right. Thank you.
Actually, the building is designed to have it shut for airflow.
See, this is one of the things what's going on is that we didn't know what we could do and couldn't do. So the value of having this officially unofficial investigation, if you will, was that we could find out. Okay, I didn't know if we had to leave these open because it would be a fire hazard if we shut them and it was dark. So we went on ahead and we took care of that. And now we know we can shut these doors, so that's going to make it a little darker. And on top of that, this is the official first investigation. The Candy Factory property had never been investigated before, so that's pretty exciting on our end. And being the first team in here, yeah, it's good times. All right, let's hit this again. Oh, the other thing I should mention too, the rig that I have set up. It was at this investigation that I found out, you know what? I need to have a tripod set underneath this camera, because right now I'm carrying this camera by hand. So I have the stream. I've got a green light mounted on the side of it so that stream could see stuff, and of course I could film stuff. But I have no stand underneath this. So again, the value of dress rehearsals, like, yeah, you know, all right, I'm going to need that for when we go live. Okay.
Years ago. Okay. Oh wait, I'll actually give Spence a little bit of light.
Oh, I'm good.
You good?
Blue eyes, I'll see you in the dark.
All right.
Ready?
All set. Lights out. Whoop.
Wrong one. Where's the light for this one?
Does that one stay on permanently?
Maybe it does. I've never noticed that. Huh. I honestly don't know.
Okay. Well, if we get it, we get it. If we don't, that's fine too.
Yeah, I don't see a light switch anywhere for that. So.
Well, that's okay. We'll go with what we got. We're fine. We should be good. Okay. So when you start off an investigation, a good thing to do is to introduce yourself. And I know you see it on a lot of the shows where they go, "Is there anyone with us?" You're not doing Hamlet, okay? We're just doing communication. So again, it goes back to intent, and that's what we're going to do here. So, hi, how you doing? Whoever's here right now. My name is T. Spence is at the other end of the hallway. And I've got some friends from the Art Factory. Now, you probably recognize them. But I'm new here. But I want you to know that I come here out of respect. And I come here out of reverence. And I want you to know that I'm not going to ask you to do any wild tricks. I just want to start up a conversation. That's it. Set you aside there, chat.
Touch.
Is that touch on the,
On those two.
okay.
And right before it, I got abused.
Say that again.
Abused. Right before that.
Let's try something simple.
Now you see why I got a stand, because this didn't cut it, but that's okay. Right now I'm mainly concentrating on audio.
Could you repeat this pattern for me, please?
I got it. Down here.
Is that you?
Nope.
Well, that was pretty good. Hang on. You can just hear the knock. Hey, Sonny. Good to see you. Bear.
Right before that.
Let's try something simple. Could you repeat this pattern for me, please?
I got it. Down here.
Is that you?
Nope. That might be upstairs though.
That could be upstairs. Let's try this again. I'm gonna do a rap here. See if you can finish this.
Nope.
That's it. Okay.
So again, just to paint the scene, what's going on is that there's a team above us, and then there's me and my team on the second floor. And there has been activity noted in the hallway. There's been activity noted in the bathroom of the second floor. On the top floor, where Phil and his team are, that's the theater, and they've had some interesting things happen there as well. So this is the first time I've gone through this footage, and I'm just curious to see how it goes. So let's find out.
And you get that sometimes. And you get that sometimes.
Some ghosts really don't like doing tricks.
They don't. They don't. So I tell you what. Let's start with introductions again. My name is T. I know it takes a lot, but do you think you could whisper your name into this device I have in my hand?
I got stop it. No regrets, rest in peace.
What was that bang?
That was somebody upstairs.
Okay.
But
This is good to know because when we have 15 people in here, that's going to make a huge difference.
so rapid fire, I got stop it, no regret, rest in peace.
So just so you know how GhostTube works. GhostTube has 800 words in its memory bank. And the theory, and that's the thing about paranormal investigation, everything's a theory. Everything's a theory. But that theory is that an intelligent spirit can go into the electronics and not only futz with it, because you see people say, ooh, it futz with my equipment. Well, now you give it words, and a theory is that it will actually weave those words together into a sentence. I've actually seen stuff on my GhostTube happen, and that's pretty impressive. I don't think it's gospel. I think the more stuff you have recording, the more stuff you have, interacting, that's going to be your bread and butter. So we're going to try a few more questions here for the EVP session, and then I think we're going to go into, this is going to sound weird, everybody, but bear with me. We're going to go into the ladies' room, because apparently Moaning Myrtle is in there, and it was a very...
I got be careful.
Are you serious?
I am not joking you.
Fantastic. Okay. Well, before we go in there, I just want to ask a few questions. I'll wait until someone stops moving upstairs. Are you male or female? The hum from that one light is pretty loud.
That's the other thing too. You identify everything you hear. You identify it so you know what's going on there.
How many people are here right now? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. How many people do you see? Is there anything we can do to help you? What was that?
Stressed.
So was it stressed?
I don't know why I said it out loud.
That's okay. That's okay. Spence has theirs muted. So if you
I
want
just
to
have
No, mine's muted too. It said other things, not out loud.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't.
I love it when weird stuff like that happens.
So Panic, yes. Audacity has that. So does Adobe Audition. It's tough because the problem is that unless I can find something to take out the sound, it doesn't necessarily do it in real time, and I could take out a sound inadvertently that I want to pick up. So it's sort of a it does. I know the noise reduction that you're talking about. I use it all the time after I find something. Whenever you're doing this type of evidence analysis, you always want to hear the raw audio first then you want to go back and see if you can, if you find something in the raw audio, then you can tweak with it. So anyway, let's get back to it. Meanwhile, this little guy right here. Okay.
It just asked how.
I'm asking the same thing. How?
Did anybody here want to ask a question? Again, don't feel stupid. It's okay.
What was that?
It said something dirty.
Oh, okay, we'll look at that later. So, one of the things, okay, I'll see you Friday there, Sonny. So, one of the things that you got to be careful of, because you notice how when I said, don't anybody feel stupid asking questions, and then there was a whisper, I immediately was like, wait, do I need to rewind that? And then I realized that was Spence. And this is why you try very hard. It is very common, chat, very common to make that mistake because people are used to whispering, right? They're used to whispering in dark places. They're used to trying to keep the sound down so that you can hear everything. But you want to make sure if you're ever with a team that you don't whisper in between everything, right? Because that could sometimes get confused as an EVP or even a disembodied voice. So, yeah. That was the first instances of aroused showing up. There were 4 instances. Oh, wow. You didn't tell me there were 4. Oh, wow. That's amazing. Okay.
It's very confused.
Sounds like it.
It says, what is happening?
Okay. I'll answer that question. So what is happening is I'm new here. I was invited by these folks to come in and get to know you a little better and to tell your story. That's why I'm here. I'm here to tell your story. So if you could give me your name again, we're just gonna be real quiet. And I want to go on ahead and I want to record your name here. I have a device in my hand that records sound. So I'll count down, and in your best voice, just give me your name. 3, 2, 1. I can hear Phil upstairs. Now what I'm doing, and you can just see it right there in my hand, I am doing audio recording as well. Did you have a message you wanted me to get to somebody? No, I'm really glad we did this. This way, we can dismiss some of the movement upstairs.
Yeah.
That's good.
May I ask a question?
Go right ahead.
I simply want everyone here to know that we are here to help you tell your story, and we would love to know what your name is and your date of birth.
That lady from the candy factory was very much into it that night. She really was.
Is there anyone from the Confederate Army that is here tonight with us?
I'm getting a sharp pain in my army wound.
Say that again?
I'm getting a sharp pain in my wound from the army. In my shoulder.
Oh, wow.
And I was getting it earlier and smelling sulfur.
Okay, what I would
Hang on a second. Say that again?
I'm getting a sharp pain.
Benedict, stop. Benedict really wants me to pet him, but he keeps nudging my hand, and I was pausing things. All right, hold on.
I'm getting a sharp pain in my army wound.
Say that again?
I'm getting a sharp pain in my wound from the army. In my shoulder.
Oh, wow.
Okay, this is interesting. So, not sure. I'm just going to mark this as a possibility. But it sounds like something is rubbing up against the microphone of the camera. So Spence is mentioning the sharp pain, and as they are explaining it to me, I feel like I hear something rub up against the microphone of the camera itself. I'm gonna play it one more time.
Say that again?
I'm getting a sharp pain in my wound from the army. In my shoulder.
Oh, wow.
And I was getting it earlier and smelling.
That's wild. That's wild. And the reason why that matters a little bit, chat, is because, yeah, I don't know what that is, hon. I don't know what that is, but that's the thing is, it actually sounds like something rubbing up against the microphone of the camera. And what's interesting about that is there's nothing touching that camera. There's nothing touching that camera. So, yeah. Yeah. Let me do this. All right. I'm just isolating that entire section there. And then... Oh, darn it. No, I didn't want to do that. I'm shifting things around here a lot, chat, because I'm working in a very different... let me see if I can do it this way again. Let's get back in here. Oops. Nope. No, I didn't. I didn't just do that, did I? Ugh. All right, hold on. No, I don't want to do that either. Son of a biscuit. Okay. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. So I've got that. I've got that. Great. Make that a subsequence. Go second bathroom floor. And actually, I should instead of calling this second floor bathroom, I should rename this. Please hold, chat. Don't mind me, Cat. I'm just working around you.
Sharp pain in my army wound.
Say that again?
I'm getting a sharp pain in my wound from the army. In my shoulder.
Oh, wow.
And I was
That's
getting
wild.
it earlier
That's wild.
and smelling sulfur.
Okay, what I would like to try to do
something brushed up
is-
against the
and yeah, this is going to sound goofy. We're going into the ladies' room because apparently the ladies' room is extremely active.
Spence, were you going to stay out here, or were you going to
I'm
go
gonna
in?
stay out here and see if I can collect anything out here.
Great.
Radio.
Radio.
Also, T, when you were counting down,
Yeah.
I got keep recording.
Oh, is that too bad?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, so you got keep recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
My camera keeps refocusing. Like when you're standing here still, it'll refocus.
Well, now
It'll
that
catch.
now that I can sort of debunk.
Okay.
That is just your camera optics.
Oh, love that.
Because that happens a lot with nighttime photography.
Okay.
Go on ahead. Let's get inside.
You go first.
Yeah. Okay. Send the inspector in first. Sure. Come on in, everybody. All right. Let me see if I can soften up this light just a little bit. There we go. That's a little better.
Smells clean.
It smells very clean in here. That's very nice. Now, again, one of the things that now I'll just do this.
Where to stand.
Yeah. Okay. Now this is good though, because so one of the reasons why I would say don't stand by this window right here, by this structure right here. When I was here for the preliminary investigation, I had with me an EMF reader, and when I held it up against these metal tubes, it was spiking really hard. And this, I found out from Rachel that and Jordan that there's probably in here cables. And cables, electricity, anytime you got cables bundled together, that is going to release a lot of electromagnetic energy, which can really kind of mess with your perception of things. So I'd like for you to stand over here, and let's do this. This is also one of the best kind of devices you can use in paranormal investigation. It's a cat toy. It is a $4. You get these like packs of 4, and these are great. We had this up in Gettysburg, and it was actually going off several times in the orphanage where kids were. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that over here. So just not going to lie, this couple right here, they were inseparable the whole time. They were it was very precious, but you could tell that she was a little nervous. I was trying desperately to get them to relax. But no such luck. Remember, everybody, there's a cat ball over here. Try not to step on it when you're over there. Okay. So I'm going to set this over here. And if anybody's curious, that's Phil's camera in there, and you'll see that right next to my hand, that is an IR emitter. Okay, that basically. That basically fills the room. That fills the room with some infrared, so that it can boost whatever your onboard camera infrared emitter is putting out as well. All right. And one of the other reasons why I wanted to come in here is because we're closer to the railroad tracks, and we have what's called a REM pod. You're going to see a REM pod when we get to the 3rd floor. The REM pod went off ridiculously in here and had nothing. wasn't anywhere near those pipes. The train was going by, and there is a case where 3 teenagers were killed in an accident. They didn't get across the tracks in time, and we actually picked up an EVP from in here where somebody named Edwin said something to us. Edwin was one of the names of the kids that was killed. Now, I can kind of see it in your eyes. You're going, yeah, okay, pal. It's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. There's a lot of coincidence that happens in this. Mm-hmm. It's a matter of how many lines you can connect. God, I know this all sounds, look, a year ago, I would have said the same thing. I would have been like, no, I'm not trying to need this. But I've seen a lot this past year, so that's all I can tell you. All right, so let's get back in a moment. We're in the ladies' bathroom, but Edwin, you whispered out to us last time we were here. Can you do it again?
Besides Moaning Myrtle,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
can you do it again? Besides Moaning Myrtle, is anyone else in this bathroom with us? Again, we're not here to make you perform tricks. We're not here to make you do anything you don't want to do. In fact, if you want us to leave right now, I got a friend outside. Tell her to tell us to leave, and we'll leave. Did you fight for the Confederate Army?
So one of the things you're going to hear me say a lot during the evening is, did you fight for Confederate? Did you fight for the Union? Did you fight for Confederate? Did you fight for the Union? That comes from the history of where the candy factory resides. Before there was the candy factory, it was a hotel, and there was a lot of people that worked on the. They worked on the They worked at the railroad. They stayed at the hotel, and then you've got, and then before the hotel, you've got the encampment. There was a Civil War encampment on the property, so that's something else that I'm kind of delving into here. So, again, this is the part where I tend to try to hold my breath the most, is whenever there's gaps in between questions. Usually that's when you'll get, if you're lucky, you get some kind of whisper. But anyway, here we go.
Did you defend Manassas?
Hang on.
Did you defend Manassas?
Hold on, chat. What was that? Hold on. Anybody hearing that? Okay, that's weird. Hold on. All right, so I'm going to isolate that little bit. If anybody's curious, what I'm hearing is in the higher register. I just want to see if I can pull it up at all. All right, let's see what happens here. So what I'm doing here, chat, is I think I've caught something. It's very faint. So what I'm doing is I am now extracting the audio from the clip, and I'm trying to see if I can boost it at all. And it's right after I say, so now I'm just working in audio. And you'll hear me ask,
Did you fight for the Confederate Army? Did you defend Manassas?
It's right there. It's right there. All right, so now I'm gonna so this goes back to something that that Panic was asking about or mentioned. I want to see first. All right, so it's right there. So I'm gonna do this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sample this area, right, or select it, and then I go over to Effects, Noise Reduction, and I say Capture Noise Print. So now it has a sample of the noise of this drone that you hear. So now that has a sample of it, I can now go under Effects, Noise Reduction, and I say Noise Reduction Process, and you'll see I can do this. So it just loops it. Do you hear that, chat? And now if I pump it up a little bit, no, the band wasn't playing at this point. And also, if it was the band, there would be music. We would hear some kind of rhythm in there. Now, I'm going to do this one more time. Where it gets tricky when you're doing this type of noise reduction is that you are destructively editing what's there. You're removing sound, and you might be removing something that you don't necessarily want to remove. But that's also part of the risk you take. Now, I'm going to go ahead and loop this again. And then I'm just going to pump it up just a little bit more. And there's the sound. There's the sound right there. You actually see it. So what this this is the top part that you see on the screen, chat. That is your audio wave. This is the temperature of the sound. This is just another way of looking at sound, and you'll notice that's the sound that we're hearing, and it's in a very lower. It's in a really soft lower register, and I think I caught it twice.
Did you fight for the Confederate Army? Did you defend Manassas?
But that's not coming from outside, though. That is not coming from outside. And I think it happens here as well. Hang on. Yeah, that's it. right, so I'm going to go ahead and sample that again. And sometimes I will edit audio in this chat. I will edit audio like this where I get I have these two renderings of sounds so that I can pick up something like that sound in the background. Okay, so now that I've got this, let's go into effects, noise reduction. It's really soft. It's really soft, but it's there. Wow. Wow. And you can see it forming just right about there in that. And this is sometimes, now where you have to be careful again, and you'll hear me say that, where you have to be careful, but it's true. One thing you don't want to do is create evidence where there isn't any. And sometimes you can reduce sound to a point. You can reduce sound to a point where you actually create an effect. And you don't want to necessarily do that either, but that's pretty intense right there. This is what I would call a C-. This is definitely a C- grade EVP because it's just barely perceptible. And it doesn't even sound like anything. It just sounds like, it honestly sounds like a little, hey. Maybe. That's really hard to tell what that is. But it's right there. It's right there.
Did you fight for the Confederate Army? Did you defend Manassas?
So the first sound is here. It's coming up. And then the second sound happens here. That's from outside. Now that third sound, that's from outside. That's from outside. Whew. Wow. That's intense. Okay. Now, you all right there, buddy? Okay. So now I can go on ahead and I can make this a subsequence. I'm going to call this one... I'm going to skin this cat alive. Yeah, it does. It sounds like a hey. Both of them sound like hey. It's like distant hey. Almost like this cat right here. But here's the truth of it, chat, is that when I'm going through evidence like this, if I find something better, I'm not going to bother putting this in the show. It's an interesting piece of evidence, but it's also so soft and so barely perceptible. And I wonder if you'll be able to hear it without headphones. That's the other thing. It's when you can hear it without headphones, that's when you know you've got a really good piece of evidence. All right, let's get back to the review. It's a neat piece of evidence. Don't get me wrong. It's a neat piece of evidence, but
did you work at the candy factory?
there it is again.
For many years, this place made a lot of candy, and it made a lot of kids happy. A lot of kids happy. It must have been a good reason to come to work, right? It must have been a good reason to come to work, right?
Okay, that's from outside. That's from outside.
See, there was also a hotel here.
There was a hotel, thank you, yeah. Did you happen to stay at the hotel? If you were staying at the hotel, you might be passing through. Where are you from?
Now I can hear the band from outside. Now I can hear the band from outside. So, yeah.
Did anybody else have a question they wanted to ask?
I would like to ask him if his
Go
last
for it.
name is Shoemaker.
Shoemaker.
Is your last name Shoemaker?
You now can hear the rhythm of the band, and it's performing about a block away.
That's a very good question. Why Shoemaker?
I don't know. It just kind of came to me.
Okay, okay. I like that thing. I like that line of thinking. You're doing fine. This may seem very confusing to you because you've got 7 people standing in the bathroom and we're not even using the bathroom. It's because we have a feeling that there's something in here and we're just trying to communicate. In fact, right next to my friend Rachel over here, there's a ball. And if you go up to that ball and you touch it, it'll light up. So if you feel free to use that as a way to communicate with us, you can just tap it, let us know you're here. And if you can do that, if you can make that ball light up, we'll leave you alone.
I swear I gave this ghost every out that I could.
And this is always the hardest part, because there's as much as I want the ball to light up, there's another part like, please don't light up.
I mean, I'm the one standing here.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Also, T, before you said anything, the electromagnetic
Oh, the EMF reader, yeah,
was,
that's right.
it was about halfway.
Okay.
When it was sitting here, it was like this. When I picked it up and held it over the ball, it was about halfway.
That's
and then when you asked it to touch the ball, it went down to almost nothing.
Mm.
We might be getting played.
We might be getting played. That's a possibility. We might be getting played. So one of the things I would say right now, just about apps that you would find online, yes, you take them with a grain of salt. A lot of them. There are a couple of apps that are on the market that they, in very fine print, say for entertainment only. So the question is, why are we putting so much faith in GhostTube? GhostTube is actually made by a pair of developers who are also paranormal investigators. And when you boot this up, the first thing it says is, do not take what we have in this app as gospel. Try to debunk it. Have other devices that are going on, they're recording things, and the more stuff you have recording, the easier it is to either verify or debunk. But I would say that 70% of what we do is sitting and waiting for something to happen, which brings up a tension of its own. But yeah. Did anybody want to ask? Yes.
Okay. I sense that whoever's in here is annoyed with us.
I'm getting that too.
Okay.
I'm getting
so
that too.
I would say this to our guests. If you are annoyed and you would like for us to leave, I'm thinking of a word, and you can do this, I know you can. I want you to tell the individual
This
out
lady
in the
was
hall
really into it.
the word that I am thinking about. And if you get it right, we will leave.
Wait, was that over there? What was that?
We will leave.
Okay. Then. Okay, curious. I have no idea what that sound was. But I don't know if you could call that paranormal or not.
It's interesting you feel like you're getting annoyed. There was one of the last investigations that we did was at a plantation called Tuckahoe Plantation. And I was in Smokehouse with everybody. And I not only felt annoyance, I didn't feel welcome. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna go outside. So I went outside, walked around for a bit, and actually got a whiff of smoke, as in like somebody was smoking meat or something like that. And then they said, okay, we changed the teams. So I went back to my group. I walked in, I said, anything interesting happened while I was gone? They said, oh yeah, we had a few things happen after you left. And I said, par for the course. The only thing that happened to me outside was I smelled smoke, and everyone just stared at me. I was like, what? And they said, we've smelled smoke in here as well. And that's what you call a shared experience. It's not as cool because you don't catch anything on audio. It's a shared experience, but it happens. Does anybody have time?
It's 10:35.
10:35. Okay.
I don't think annoyed is,
Why?
so I just typed out, can you read what I'm typing? And I got hello.
Ooh. Interesting. Okay. All right.
Rachel was also very into it as well.
Just, let me see.
Is it possible that...
Hang on one second. Hold that thought for 1 second. Phil, can you read me over? Phil, would you have Pip bring down the Flux 2, please? Over.
The flux capacitor?
Exactly. Thanks, Phil. Over and out. So, I had the same problem with it. It's a device called the Flux 2, but I couldn't say Flux without going, Marty, we need to get up to 85 miles an hour. So I asked that, what I'm bringing down here is a response device. It might be a little more dynamic. And this response device, it reminded me of an old video game where it's 4 colors and it's called Simon, and you basically have to repeat the pattern. And so we nicknamed our Flux Simon, and it just makes more sense to call it that. So let me go outside and see if...
Don't step on the ball.
Oh, yeah, don't step on the ball. The ball is there. You okay on your Spence? Okay. Did anybody, was there a word, by the way, that popped up on your, just a random word?
Mary?
You weren't thinking the word, or the name Mary, were you?
No.
All right.
I was.
Who was?
I was.
Oh. Okay. Interesting.
Snake.
You know what word I was
What was that?
Snake.
Now, you see, that's called a shared experience. That's what you call a shared experience. So, even though that was not the word that one participant was thinking, this lady was actually thinking the word of the name Mary, and it popped up on the outside on the ghost tube. Hi, honey.
Hey, got some interesting things.
What was that?
Got some interesting things so far.
You
Some,
think? You think?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an odd that little hey was something like it was an odd sound. It just didn't. I needed it to be more. I needed to be more, hon. But it's not bad.
I had the energy for that too.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. At least in the girls' bathroom. Okay, let's get back.
It wasn't snake, perchance, was it?
No,
Okay, just checking.
it's very unusual.
0 or sound shot. So,
Okay.
but I think this way, so I'm gonna move down the hall.
This couple is absolutely darling. I think they're so darn cute.
I love how he's got his hand.
Yeah, we got a hello in here. That's why I asked for the flex.
What's that?
For the flex to get down here.
Yeah.
Phil, can Pip not find the flex?
Well, now here's the neat thing. The woman that the young lady is fussing over. There's a neat story about this lady.
Yeah.
We interviewed her.
Is that lady?
So this lady had a really intense paranormal experience on this floor. She was working late one night at the candy factory, and she fell asleep. And she said she was wearing a hoodie, and her hood was down. And while she was asleep, she felt like somebody was fussing with her. Oh, excuse me. And she was the only person in the building. And she felt this weird sensation of being fussed, like she was being tucked in. And then she woke up about maybe half an hour after taking this nap, and she realized that her hood, which was down by her shoulders, it was actually pulled up over her head.
Isn't that sweet though?
Yeah. We didn't get the impression that anything at the candy
bad
factory
there.
was malicious or anything.
No.
But yeah, it was
Unlike cell block whatever.
cell block D, baby. Cell block D.
D. The dickhead.
She really didn't like the cell block D, everybody. She did not care for cell block D.
It's a
Good on you. Kind of quiet down here, but thanks. Over. The art room? Oh. Okay. Actually, I want to have you focus on that. I just want to see if pictures down here.
I thought if I had a word, it would be Mary. I thought about how many times they have a name. Yeah, it's exactly that. She said that. I thought that.
And what's also really neat about this lady, the lady that's talking right now on the video, she was a dyed-in-the-wool skeptic, she said.
Is she okay?
She looks a little shaken up by something. I'm not sure what, but she looks like she's shaken up by something, which I find interesting. Maybe I should isolate this. I should isolate this section, just to keep it.
Sometimes it's weird that you can get these sudden rush of feelings that might not be your own.
That's true. That's very true.
I always seem to find sadness. I always find the sadness.
I don't think it's sadness. It's just
loss or
just yeah.
loneliness. I think I'd be more upset if it was anger.
Yeah, if it was anger, I'd be worried. If it was anger, I'd be worried.
What are you doing, little boy?
All right.
You can come sit. Oh, I see. Dad's friends are in the way. You want to come sit up here? Sit up here. Sit up on your sister's room.
All right. So I'm gonna click there, and just gonna isolate this section.
Oh, first time chatter.
So what? Oh,
Look at your chat.
I'm sorry, I haven't gotten back to your email. It's on my list of things to do. Oh, This, oh my God, everybody. So this here is Lauren. This is Lauren. We met at TwitchCon, and Lauren was the one, chat, that I was telling you about, who basically said, "So what do you do on your stream?" And I mentioned, "Yeah, I do paranormal investigations." And she took my hand. She said, "I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for you, child. Lord have mercy. I'm gonna pray for you." And I told Lauren also about you thought I forgot. No. And she said, and I was telling her about the Ghost Brothers, and she said, "No, wait, was it the Ghost Brothers or was it the Ghost Brothers?" And I said, "It's the brothers, Marcus, Juwan, and what is the third? Oh, I can see it in my head. Ian is his last name. Jalen? No.
Jawan.
No, it's Jawan, Marcus, Kalen? Shit, I'm blanking. We did this last night. Honey,
you're so focused on Marcus that.
Well, Marcus is our spirit animal. Let's be honest. Dalen. Jawan, Dalen, and Marcus. Yes, the Ghost Brothers.
Well, we're Marcus.
We're Team Marcus all the way, though.
He has the best expressions.
I mean, several times in the past few shows, the camera has swung over to him, and he's either doing this or he's doing this. And those were the looks that Lauren was giving when I was trying to explain to her what I do on Twitch. So, Lauren, you're gonna love this. Yes, first off, I'm doing well, and everybody, if you're not following Lauren, please do. Because she's a heapin' awesome. And she's great. She's great. You're missing out if you don't check out her stream. But anyway, chat. Yes. So
we're in the Manassas Candy Factory.
We're in the Manassas. So what I'm doing is right now I am. Oh, you bet. So what I was going to say though was that. Hang on a minute. LOURENWKR. Whoop. R. So anyway, what I was going to say was that yes, this right here is footage that I actually shot before I came out to TwitchCon. But this is part of the big investigation that we did at. No, it's okay. It's okay, Spence.
What are you sorry for? That's nothing.
Well, Spence is a mod, and they were supposed to be they were supposed to be doing it, but I beat them to the punch. So anyway, so this is actually footage from the Candy Factory, and this is a place we had just investigated. And if you're around Saturday night, Lauren, I will be doing a live investigation from another property, and that's going to be at 7:00 Eastern time here Saturday night. It'll be the day after my birthday.
Tell Lauren we might see the lurker. She'll love it.
That's my wife, Lauren. She's a bit of a trouble starter, okay?
But there is a ghost cat. There could be a ghost cat.
See what I mean?
But the lurker could be a real fun.
Now let me tell you something, Lauren, about my wife. My wife likes to talk a good game, but when she gets nervous, man, she ditches your ass. I'm standing there trying to get all my gear together, right? And she's like, "I'm yeeting out of here. Bye."
My friend got touched.
So I'm abandoning my husband. Till death do us part. I'm out of here.
Isn't there a male expression for that?
Huh?
I'm not going to say it.
What?
Say it. But it's true.
Oh my God.
Sisters before misters.
Okay.
Hail to the king, baby.
Great. Lauren just said, "I'll be running with her." I've been doing a charity stream, but if I come through and lurk for sure. Oh, thank you, Lauren. I appreciate that. Good luck on the charity stream. Hey, before it, tell me real quick, what's the charity? What are you working on? We'd love to. If I can help you promote it in any way, I am all for that. So that's awesome. That's awesome. I love that. Okay. Let's see. Getting back to it. We were all right. So I isolated that area. I'm just gonna call this. And I'm going to call this little clip. Oh, wait, no. I did not make it a subroutine. Oh, wait. All right. What's it doing? No. Like that. Nope. Oh, Premiere, you're failing me. Okay, I'll leave it. I've got this area. Isolated, so I can go on ahead and at least get it started. It's the Gamers Outreach Spookathon, trying to raise money for 100 go-karts for kiddos in hospital. Oh, I have a friend. Who, I know exactly the go-karts you're talking about, because this favorite streamer of mine, who gets up to all kinds of shenanigans in Destiny 2 and Elden Ring. She works in the pediatrics wards, and they have a couple of go-karts there, so that's very cool. So chat, before coming over to my paranormal stream, make sure to give Lauren some love on that outreach spookathon. That's very cool. I will make it a point to try to get there before I take off on Saturday night. Okay, so let's get back to this evidence. Just to recap, everybody, yes, we are in the ladies' bathroom in the second floor of the Candy Factory, because there's some stuff that's been going on in there. So let's go ahead and let's pick this up.
Around, it just said bathroom.
It said what?
It said bathroom. Okay, so this is the flux, and for the flux, I'm going to go ahead. I feel like the floor was pretty.
So cool. I know. I just used to see all the stuff in it because at my house. It's all good stuff. It's all I'm trying to
It's gonna trigger a migraine. Just gonna go over here.
Yeah. Oh no, it won't blink like that all the time. It's just calibrating right now.
Somewhere else. We don't have any invasive seizures.
Okay, perfect. Now this should not the way the flux blinks. It should not. Whoop, that's me. The way the flux blinks, it should not necessarily trigger any kind of responses, anything that's. If you all want to move in here, and don't worry about blocking the camera. We're getting mainly.
Can we go?
The reason why you don't want to get too close to it is because of this here. So I'll show you how this works. You get close to it and it goes off. It also reacts to temperature as well. So if it starts to cool off, you'll actually hear it go off, and the green light will go off. When it warms up, it'll actually go red.
All right, so let me explain this device real quick. So this device, this is the Flux 2, or as we call it, Simon, because it's like that video game Simon. And right now it is set on a 1 foot radius. So if anything moves within 1 foot, maybe even two, I think I said on a 2 foot radius. But if there's anything that comes within 2 feet of that particular device, either the red light or the green light will go off. So it is, and what it's set on now, that was reacting to me. So just to rule that out. But right now it's a red and green light, and then when it goes to its neutral position, it'll go to a blue light.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until this resets. And then once it resets, we'll see if we can't get some kind of response from the bathroom. While we're waiting, there we go. Good. All right, here we go. So I brought in a gadget for you to look at. Just give it a shot. It's just an easy way for you to talk to us. Can you get close to that blue light and change it color? Doesn't matter which color. You saw how I did it. I just got close to it. You don't even have to touch it. And getting close to it will not hurt you.
That you know of.
That I know of. I knew you were going to ask me that.
So I got to give a quick shout out. That lady who said that, that's Rachel. Rachel was our initial contact over at the Candy Factory and Historic Manassas and the Manassas Museum. She represents the Manassas Museum. She asked, in my opinion, one of the best questions I've never been asked before. Because one of the things we always talk about whenever we're in the field is we basically say these devices will not harm you. And we're saying that to whatever may be there, if there is something there. And she said, "How do you know that?" And Phil and I looked at each other in that moment and we're like, we don't know. So now we try to preface our questions by saying these devices will not harm you, but you don't even have to touch them. You just get close to them and they'll react. So that's kind of the new strategy that we're taking with it.
Now for the dead folks.
Yep, there you go. Did you want to get closer to that, please? Just to let us know you're here. It doesn't matter which light. I'll even be a little more accommodating. I'll turn this light off.
Now, one of the other things, though, about darkness, investigating in darkness, yes, it does look a lot cooler. I'll be the first one to say that. It looks a lot cooler. That is not necessarily the reason why people investigate solely in the dark. The main reason, or I should rephrase that, the main theory, the presiding theory over investigations in the dark versus investigations during the day, is that at night there is less activity. You don't have as many cell phones going off. You don't have as many people, online actively doing X, Y, and Z. Things are, activity is more quiet. It's more still. And in darkness, you don't necessarily have to worry about, when we were out in the hallway and you heard that really intense hum from the lights, you don't have anything creating any kind of conflicting electromagnetic fields or any of that nature. That is the presiding theory. Does that mean that you can't do paranormal investigations during the day? Absolutely not. As you saw when I was showing off some of the stuff that we picked up from Crescent, you can actually go out and you can investigate during the day and still pick up things that happen. So that's pretty neat. But one of the things that I know about that I experienced firsthand with the flux is that when there's very little space around it, there's very little reactions you can get from it. But when you have an open space like this, and even more open space later on, yeah, you can get some pretty fascinating results with it. So anyway, let's get back to it.
You can just go up to that device and just let us know you're here.
That's true, Twitch Mom. Some of our best EVPs have happened during the day. Our best EVP happened at twilight. And I don't think that was by chance. I don't think that was by chance.
If you oh, okay. So what? Yeah, exactly. Remember, you don't have to whisper. You can say, "Well done. Thank you very much for doing that. Thank you very much."
Magic moments, everybody. Magic moments. So I'm going to isolate that. Ah, there it is. There it is. So what I'll do is I'm going to isolate that clip. Call it second floor. And Simon hit. Okay. And while I'm here, I'm just going to go back here to this moment. Go to... and call this now. That's again when I said that like when that lady I was pointing out to you in this part of the video when she said that when she said that she was thinking of the name Mary. That is that's a really good example. That is a really, really good example of a shared moment, right? And that's as close as you'll come to getting a shared moment on camera.
Weird thing about paranormal investigation. Red for no. If you establish that kind of content, if you've worked here and created all.
You can come on up and we'll.
I'm on your. But you can make.
Hang on. That's it.
Then it would have been. Then that would have meant motion. That's interesting. You have a question, Rachel? Go ahead. Go for it.
Well,
Wait a second.
Now you notice though that low tone. Did you want to go over to the other side and make the green light go off?
Okay, this is where we left off. That's where we left off.
If you make the green light go off,
Yeah, I
We can have a
just want to double
conversation.
check that.
just a quick one. But great job on the red light. I appreciate that.
Alan?
Was that a name you got?
Okay, the steps above. That was
your name
that was the
Alan?
theater. That was the theater.
If your name is Alan, can you make the green light go off, Alan? Please?
That's me. Because again, I didn't have a stand. After this night, I always attach that to the rig to a stand now.
So I'll ask that question again. If you fought for the Confederate Army, why don't you go on ahead and make the green light go off? If you fought for the Union Army and you took the Confederates out of this area, make the red light go off. So I play a video game called Phasmophobia, where you actually play a ghost hunter. I really wish they had this device in here. It could be so much fun. But unfortunately they don't. Unfortunately they do not.
I did suggest it. I
Gee,
suggested
I
it.
think you have the answer to your question as to whether or not they were here earlier.
So let's try that. Let's try that. Were you a guest here at the hotel? If you were a guest at the hotel, make the green light go off. If you worked at the hotel, make the red light go off.
So this might be around the point where we hear the whisper. So hang on.
Okay. Now, you notice though that low tone meant temperature change. If it was a quick one, then it would have been then that would have meant motion. That's interesting. You have a question, Rachel? Go ahead, go for it.
Well, the last time we were here, remember
And I think you hear the whisper just underneath.
Then it would have been then that would have meant motion. That's interesting.
Yeah. There's a yep. You bet I'm gonna back that up. Listen again.
Then it would have been then that would have meant motion. That.
Is that what you think it's saying? I'm telling you? Is that what you think it says, hon?
Then it would have been then that would have meant motion. That's interesting.
I hear the you. I don't hear the telling. But there's something there.
You have a question, Rachel? Go ahead, go for it.
Well, the last time we were here, remember there were
I don't
a
think
lot
that
of
was
hand
Rachel.
pushes towards the kitchen?
I don't think that was Rachel.
So I'm curious, was this person a cook or somehow related to the kitchen at the hotel?
All right, hang on. So here's where it gets interesting, chat, because that is an EVP that is so tucked in, it's so close to someone else's voice. In this particular case, it's my voice, that I can't tell like how, yeah, I can't tell exactly how much space we have. So here's how much space I have to play with it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to isolate it again, turn it into a subsequence. Something else too, I just want to throw this out here. You do not necessarily, yeah, I'm getting there, hon. You do not necessarily need to be using something like Adobe Premiere. It's the reason I use Adobe Premiere is because it's something I'm familiar with. But this is why when you get video, and the thing is, I did have an audio recorder running that at this point, but it was in a different part of the bathroom. So I'm gonna have to play with that and see if I actually caught it on the other device as well. But and the other thing is, Rachel, if it was Rachel that had whispered, GarageBand or GarageBand, depending on how you pronounce it, isn't bad either. But depending on the sound, depending on the on the placement, I will be able to tell if that was in fact Rachel whispering or if that was something else. So that's one of the other things I have to look forward to in additional analysis. Now, let me just see here real quick. Are you going to open? Hello? Let me go to... For some reason, Premiere is being a little stubborn right now. So let me do this. All right. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Okay, so let me just listen to this.
Then it would have been, then that would have meant motion.
Right there. Right there. It sounds like it's saying something not very nice. I will say that. But I don't know if that's what it's actually... I hope that's not what it's saying to me. Be the first time if I got an FU from the other world, from the afterlife. It's kind of what it sounds like, though. It's on you? That's not what it's saying. It sounds like it's saying F you. At least that's what I'm hearing. I don't know if it would say it's on you. Rude, I know, right? Let me just see here. There's the. So let me just. So from the beginning, it would say this.
Then it would have been. Then that would have meant motion. That's interesting. You have a question, Rachel? Go ahead. Go for it.
Well, the last time.
No, that's not what I want to do. I want to save it. And then I want to close it. So the question I asked was,
So I play a video game called Phasmophobia, where you actually play a ghost hunter. I really wish they had this device in here. It could be so much fun. But unfortunately they don't. Unfortunately they do not.
T,
Yes?
I think you have the answer to your question as to whether or not they were here earlier.
So let's try that. Let's try that. Were you a guest here at the hotel? If you were a guest at the hotel, make the green light go off. If you worked at the hotel, make the red light go off.
that's what you hear? I hear on you. I'm not going to say it was saying F you. I'd rather not. I'd be the first time. And of all the things for this to say, I really would, I'd be shocked if something were that rude at the Candy Factory. There is something I do want to try though, chat. Because it just dawned on me that I do have the H4. And let's see. That was modified 10.3. That was modified 10.6. This should be from the this should be it. All right. Hang on. Well, they were. That's true. They were. I'm going to try opening this up with Adobe Audition. I want to see if because I think this is okay, this is Old Spirits Investigations. We are on the second floor. We are starting tonight's preliminary investigation, and here we go. No, I got no, we're not quite live yet. We're live. Okay, so this is me with the so let me just see here. Is your name Alan? Yep, this is it. This is it. Okay. So this is the H4. Okay, so this is the H4, and I just asked. Yeah, so let's see. So it was. Were you a manager of the hotel? Okay, okay. And that's where the hit occurred. Okay, okay. Now,
I have a question.
you notice though that low tone meant temperature change. If it was a quick one, then it would have been then that would have meant motion.
There it is. Okay, there it is. There it is.
Then it would have been then that would have meant motion. That's interesting.
So it wasn't Rachel. It wasn't Rachel. It was not Rachel, chat. So myth confirmed. We got something. I just can't figure out what so far.
You have a question, Rachel? Go ahead, go for it.
Well, the last
Because that's Rachel.
remember there was a
But
lot
listen to this.
If it was a quick one, then it would have been then that would have meant motion. That
Right there. Okay, so. See, now I'm beginning to think it's saying it's on you. Now, why is it saying it's on you? I don't know. See, there's the footstep. But the point is, we caught it on both devices. That's something that I'm very big on in doing anything involving paranormal investigations. If I can catch it, that's true. What is on me? I don't know. That's the point. I don't know what's on me. The reason I'm curious about it being why it would be it's on you is that it's on you sounds like a very modern turn of phrase for any kind of spirit that would be lingering there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to isolate this. That's interesting. That low tone meant temperature change. If it was a quick one, then it would have been, then that would have meant motion. That's interesting. That low tone meant temperature change. If it was a quick one, then it would have been, then that would have meant motion. That's interesting. So there's, so yeah, it could go either way, couldn't it? 20th Century Ghost, maybe. The thing is, that's wow, chat. It's always nice when you can confirm it with another device. When you can confirm a sound with another device, that's when you've got something. That's when you've got something tangible. So let me just do a real quick save a selection as, and I'm gonna save this as. All right, and I'm going to go to here, and I'm going to go to findings. Okay. Boop. And then, okay. That's a tough one, hon. That's a real tough one. But the point is, we got it confirmed, and we debunked it. We debunked it, chat, to a point of where I know for a fact that was not Rachel whispering. And there was nobody in there whispering. And it wasn't clothes rustling or anything like that. That was a voice. And feel free to, if anybody says, well, I don't think it was a voice, feel free to say so in chat. I'm all ears. Temperature change. If it was a quick one, then it would have been, then that would have meant motion. That's I'm going to send that. So I'm going to send this to Phil and have Phil have a listen to it because I'm at a loss. I don't know what this is, to be honest with you. Okay. Do you have a question, Rachel? Go ahead. Go for it.
Well, the last time we were here, remember there was a lot of trying to push us towards.
In fact, I'm going to go on ahead and do a quick. So, second floor EVP. Findings. Private. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just quickly export this so that I can get that over to Phil. And again, this is just a Premiere 101 kind of thing. You have two choices. You can either every time you isolate a clip like this, you can go back and export it and then file it away for later. The other thing you can do is you use what's called the Adobe Media Encoder. And this is one of the things that it's a really nice thing. I don't know if other video editors allow you to do this, but this is just a nice little perk with the Adobe stuff. With the media encoder, what happens is you can just basically say output this, and then just collect a whole bunch, have them in a batch, and then when you're done at the end of the night, hit the go back to media encoder, hit play, and it just outputs it everywhere. So it's like you're building a batch of things as opposed to doing it one at a time like what I just did here. But I'm making an exception in this one because I know I want to get that to Phil. My My hearing is pretty decent. Pip's is pretty decent. Phil has got like elf ears. I mean, he just, sometimes we just go, "What do your elf ears see, Phil Rossi?" That kind of thing. Okay, let's get back to it. That was a neat catch, though. That was a really neat catch.
Push us towards the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious, was this person a cook or somehow related to the kitchen of the hotel?
If you were with the kitchen staff, can you make the green light go off, please? If you worked elsewhere in the hotel, make the red light go off.
I'm trying to remember if we got a reaction to this. The fact that we've gotten 2 reactions from the from Simon, I think is great. Make sure to keep an eye on the left one. Keep an eye on the left monitor. It's the left monitor.
Green for yes.
Right over here.
Red for no.
Again, I'm hearing some interference from outside. Because they did have bands going on, I remember that night.
Were you the owner of the hotel? Green for yes, red for no. So again, I'm going to try to give you an out here. I'm going to give you an out. Because if you don't want us in the bathroom anymore, I understand. This probably looks and sounds a little weird. And that's okay. We're not here to bother you. We just want to know your story. Do you want to talk to us? If you want to talk to us, make the green light go off for the very first time. If you don't want to talk to us, go and make the red light go off.
Is that the case, Juliet? That you would catch tummy rumbles? Yeah, you had to be real careful about that sort of thing. We actually have, and we're going to be soon. We're going to be doing some merch for OSI, and on the backs of our shirts, we have a shirt that has the OSI logo on the breast, and on the back it says "Choose one." That was me. That wasn't me. That's a favorite one of ours. Okay.
Flex is right in front of you, just so you know.
Okay.
It's 10 minutes till. All right.
That's coming in.
All right. Well, then we will. You lucked out. We're going to wrap up this part of the investigation here. Thank you for that. Oh, actually, could you give me 5?
Sure.
Give me 5. Give me a 5-minute warning.
All right.
And I didn't get rid of us that easily.
Can you ask what if they died on this property?
You just did. You just did.
So now?
And now you say, and then for this device, the pattern we usually have is if you died on this property, red
I
for
did.
no,
I
green
thought it was
for
quiet.
yes.
I thought it was
And that
quiet.
just
I
tries
thought it
to
was
help
quiet
out
in the bathroom,
and
baby.
let us know if there's actually something here.
Still can't believe that.
You heard that.
Yep.
Green for yes, red for no. Did you die on this property?
And this is why you don't pile questions on top of questions, because
Dislike.
dislike, and why you have multiple devices going at the same time. Just because, and this is also the weird thing about paranormal investigation. Rachel was here with us, and like we had REM pods in here, things were going off, it was really active. You can come in here at night and it can just be still. Now, the
you saw the red light go off, and just real quick, I'm going to turn the light on if you don't mind. You notice there's nothing there. Now, does that mean, oh, there's spirits? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But it does make you ask questions. It makes you ask questions, which is not a bad thing. Okay, we're going to get ready to wrap up here soon, so I'm going to ask one more question. Did you work at the candy factory? Were you one of the employees that came in here and made candy? And you guys made some incredible, you made hard candies, you made the equivalent of what we would call here Jolly Ranchers. Nope. Really?
I totally forgot about this, chat.
Okay.
I totally forgot about this. I totally forgot that the green light went off. We got 2 reds, and this is after we had established green for yes, red for no. Green for yes. Love me a Jolly Rancher. I know, right? Right? I totally forgot about that, chat. I totally forgot about that. So we thought we were talking to somebody from the hotel. It turns out we were talking to somebody from the candy factory.
And you guys made some incredible, you notice there's nothing there. Now, it does ask questions, which is not a bad thing. Okay, we're going to get ready to wrap up here soon, so I'm going to...
And what makes something so tiny like that, what makes that so tiny, a little reaction like that so tiny, but yet so, like got me excited, is that previously up to this point, only the red light's been going off. Only the red light. Red light, boom, green light. And and right before then, you saw me shine the light. Nothing is there. There are no insects. There's nothing that could trigger it off. And it was a high tone. It was a high tone. If it had been a little beep, that would have meant distance. That would have meant motion. But that was a temperature change. Oh, that's just so neat. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's neat. Okay. So I'm going to go ask to make that a subsequence, and we're going to call that subsequence. That's neat. That's really neat, chat. Oop.
Does anybody think this thing is rigged? Be honest. You think it's rigged? No? I thought you would think it was rigged. I don't know why. I feel like you're giving me the hair. But that's fine. No, I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I'm on your level right here, okay?
What's the question you asked?
So I asked, did they work at the candy factory?
And you feel you got what?
I felt like I got a yes.
Okay.
Because I did say green for yes, red for no. If you establish that kind of content.
That may or may not have been me, but something just told me to be quiet and damage.
Oh.
And I didn't ask anything, but you were just asking a question.
Well, yeah, we were just asking, we asked if this person was at the candy factory, and for the first time the green light went off. And we had been saying green
told me to be quiet and damage.
Oh.
I had forgotten about that reaction too. Now, before you wonder, okay, could that have been called a Candyman? Just don't say it 3 times, right? Right, Juliet? But here's the thing. So the thing to know about how Simon works is that it's basically movement from over here and movement from over here. And where the door is opening, where Spence is, that is not necessarily in the line of influence, as it were. So I would not say that it was Spence that triggered the door or that triggered the device. I don't think it was Spence that triggered the device. But I'm gonna mark that as another hit. So yeah, neat stuff. I honestly, I remember that Simon was, or Beetlejuice, exactly. No, we debunked that. Yeah, we did.
And I didn't ask anything, but you were just asking a question.
Well, yeah, we were just asking.
But I do find that
asked if this
interesting that when
person
I
was
mentioned the
at
candy factory,
and for
when
the
I
first time, the
mentioned
green
working
light
at the
went
candy
off.
factory, the
And we had
green
been
light
saying
went off.
green for
That's
yes, red
pretty
for no
cool.
for other
So if I
questions.
move away
That's pretty cool.
and close this, is that gonna go off?
No, it shouldn't go off. In fact, if you want to come in here for the last 5 minutes, you're welcome to.
Well, we're down to 2 minutes.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay.
You see, as you can see, she's moving in there now. They're moving in
Hey,
there.
look, thank you very much for spending some time.
And
That's
that
how close you
movement,
had to get to it. to
that
save off.
movement. All right.
Thank you for spending some time with us. We're now going to move upstairs. Phil, we got 2 minutes. Are you ready to move over?
And I'm actually going to put that in there as the debunk, because it's always good to have a clip. It's always good to have a clip, chat, where you can say that's been debunked. So I'm going to make that a subsequence. We'll call that second floor. And the other thing too is I don't mind debunking my own stuff, chat, because in all fairness, I don't always want to be debunking stuff from from Phil. Yo, Mike the Potato resubbing for 28 months. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Thank you, Mike. How are you tonight? Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well. So, chat, it is currently 20 minutes after 8. I did want to give everybody a quick heads up. We got about now another 10 or 15 minutes left, because what I'm doing later tonight is I'm joining Ash Said Hi. I'm actually going to help her set up her her Alexa. And then I'm going to teach her different stuff that she can do with it, because, you know, I got Ziggy here, and, you know, Ziggy's a lot of fun. Ziggy, I love you.
Thank you. I really appreciate those kind words. And because you're so kind, I'm giving you a virtual gift, a tree of kindness. Right now, the tree is sprouting, and the more kindness you show, the more this tree will grow.
Isn't that great? I'm a sucker for my Alexa. I am. Okay, everybody. Okay, so, but I just wanted to give everybody a heads up that I'm still going to be streaming on Guest Star, but we're just going to take a quick little break between, 8:45 and 9 o'clock, and then I'm going live with Ash so that I can teach her the ways of Alexa. And I may want to have as my reference, real quick. I'm just going to run out and get it. And before anybody asks, no, I did not write this one. This one I did not write. I wish I had, but no, I did not write this one. I did not write this one. But it's a nice little guide to hang on to. Okay. All right, so let's get back to this, and then here we go. Is that me?
Give us about 60 seconds.
To set it off. Thank you for spending some time with us. We're now going to move upstairs. Phil, we got 2 minutes. Are you ready to move over?
The hell was that? Was that us? That couldn't have been us.
2 minutes. Are you ready to move over?
What? Wait a minute, chat.
You bet. Flex is right in front of you, just so you know.
Okay, it's 10 till.
It's 10 minutes still. All right. You bet. Flex is right in front of you, just so you know. You bet. Flex is right in front of you, just so you know.
I think I hear it again there too, but hold on a minute.
I don't know why. I feel like you're giving me but that's fine. No, I'm okay with that. Okay, we're going to get ready to wrap up here soon, so I'm going to ask one more question. Did you work at the candy factory? Were you one of the...
Here we go.
Hey, look, thank you very much for spending some time. That's how close you had to get to 7 o'clock. Thank you for spending some time with us. We're now going to move upstairs. Phil, we got 2 minutes. Are you ready to move over?
Chat, what is that? I have no idea what that is, chat. I have no idea what that is, but okay. That's odd. That's odd. Chat, I am flummoxed. I have no idea what that sound is. And sometimes you get that. Sometimes you just get sounds and you're like, what the heck is that? Okay, let's see. That's crazy, chat. That is wild. The little mouse robot. Yeah, I know. It sounds like the little mouse robot on the Death Star, doesn't it? It really does. Okay, so where's debunk? Because that's where, ironically, that's the one where that's where we caught it. We caught it on a thing called debunk. So let me go on ahead. Let me add another 20 seconds onto that.
We're now going to move upstairs. Phil, we got 2 minutes. Are you ready to move over?
Give us about 60 seconds. Over, and I'll let you know when to come up. Over.
I am so effing confused, but I'm just gonna go with it. Okay.
Give us about 60 seconds. Over, and I'll let you know when to come up. Over.
Over and out. Okay. So we're getting ready to leave. Thank you very much for spending some time with us. Now, there are going to be other people down here, and if you're okay with that, please make the green light go off. If you're not okay with it,
please do.
Too bad. They're going to come down here anyway. But you can make the red light go off just so that I can tell my buddy Phil that you're on the way. I will ask one more question, though. I'll ask one more question. If you are a member of the Candy Factory, if you've worked here and created all those candies, can I just ask you an honest question? Did you like your job? Green for yes, red for no. Did you like your job? I wanted so badly to go red. I wanted so badly to go red right now.
Why?
And just because that would be, for some reason, that just feels like a sincere answer. No, I didn't like my job. I mean, I worked at a factory.
It's hard.
It's hard, like candy, you know?
Like, it's also heavy, it's hot.
Yeah, especially
and then
in the
you
summer.
come home smelling like it, and so you don't want sugar ever again.
happened to me?
That's what we're trying to figure out. What did happen to you? But just to close it out, did you like your job? Green for yes. Surprise me with a green. Green for yes, red for no. Sounds like they
See,
didn't
that's
really
them. That's them moving upstairs. Do my radios make noise when you let go of the talk button? The answer is yes, but that was
All
definitely
right, I think
not.
we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you very much.
But that was definitely
Now
not.
we're moving upstairs. You have to stay here. You have to stay here, okay?
King, you can come on up, and we'll touch base for a minute, and then switch. Over.
Coming on up, over and out. Okay.
But you notice that didn't sound
Let's,
like that. That was just that.
This.
It was
All
actually
right.
somebody verbally
Did anybody
saying
from your
that.
chat have any questions at all?
No.
No?
They're just saying, someone said yes, the Art Factory bathrooms are amazing smelling.
They're very floral. They're very floral. They're kind of giving me a headache, but they're very floral. That could also be this active point out here. Just as a reminder to everyone, if you use this restroom down here, that we're leaving some of the recording devices going in here. So just be aware of that. And
Either that or just use the
or use the one upstairs.
I bet.
All right.
I bet.
Do you want to go down this way or that way?
Yeah, let's go down this way and let's actually get the lights on. Okay, lights are coming on.
Okay. So I'm gonna go on ahead and hit that, and then come in here, and there should be. Yeah, that's the sequence. Okay, so that's the sequence. Then I want to go on ahead and I want to say duplicate. But then I'm going to move this up here. Move that up there. Yep. And I'm going to call this third floor. I thought for a moment that could have been the radio, but the problem with it being the radio, Juliet, is that the it's I don't think it's the radio because it actually does sound like a verbalization of something going bloop 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 bloop, and that sounds odd. So now I'm going to come back here. I'm going to extend this out. And everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. This has really been. I'm really starting to dig this whole idea of let's do video and audio analysis of the paranormal investigations that I go on, because it's a different kind of stream. I'm the first one to say it's a different kind of stream, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot, and I hope you are too. Obviously, you're kind of digging the fact when my head goes, ooh. We just picked up something that wasn't there last time. So yeah, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I want to check something. One of the things I wanted to check with my Alexa before I forget. Alexa. Oh, sorry. Ziggy, fire photon torpedoes.
Aye, aye, Captain. Firing photon torpedoes.
I'm gonna have so much fun with. I'm just gonna have so much fun with. I'm gonna have so much fun with Ash. She's gonna have a great time. Okay, Chet. I am 12, and this comes as a shock to you. How, Spence? How? I am 12. Okay. Let me see here. What did I want to do next? Oh, I wanted to go on ahead and at least start on the third floor, and then I will. Oh, actually, no, I can go a few more minutes. I'm going to go a few more minutes, everybody. Go in a few more minutes, and then I will. Actually, no, I think I'm going to wrap it up. This is a great place to stop. I'm at a good stopping point. So while I save everything and save this project, did anybody have any questions for me about what I do, how long I've been doing it, what is the, what's the what's the end goal? Why did I start doing anything like that? I'd love to hear. Now, for those of you who may or may not know, Mother Dragon, friend of mine from many, many moons ago, and that is Juliet, aka Paulette, but Juliet, who was at least told Pip, I would have never expected T to get into this, and this was an unexpected detour in my life, and I mean, granted, I've always been something of a tech nerd. I've always loved technology. I've always loved technology. So what? No, I don't want to do that. No, that was a mistake. No. But yeah, I started doing this obviously during the pandemic. It was, I hold Phil Rossi responsible for getting me involved in this wild, weird world of things, of paranormal investigations, and it's just been a delight. It has been an absolute delight to do this. And what you all just saw was me going through the evidence for the preliminary investigation. So let's talk a little bit about that. When do I do that? Well, as you see down at the bottom corner, we do have a live investigation coming up on October 29th. But if you go to my Instagram, or if you go to my Instagram, you'll actually find the link where we have tickets. If you are in the Maryland area, or if you are planning to be in the Maryland area this weekend, we still have tickets available for our exclusive public investigation, similar to what we did at the Candy Factory, but this time we're doing it at Linville Manor. And the reason why Linville Manor is a bit more up there on the pricing scale is because Linville Manor was featured in Kindred Spirits. And this is a place that, while we cannot guarantee when we do these public events that there will be activity, it's hard to say that there won't be activity that we capture even on stream at Linville Manor. Linville Manor was the place, chat, where, if you remember, because I think Spence was there for this one, we were all in one room, and we actually heard from another part of the of Linville Manor a disembodied voice go, "Mom." And both of Phil's daughters were convinced that was Sunny, and actually it was not Sunny. It was not Sunny, and that's it's a classic clip. It's a classic clip. So I am going to be back in a few minutes, just so you all know. I will be back in a few minutes. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be switching on over to Guest Star, setting that up with Ash from Ash Said Hi. Ash is a delightful streamer. I had the pleasure of finally meeting her. She gave me great interview for Twitch for Dummies Volume 2, or the second edition. And yeah, she's a delight. She's an absolute delight, and I cannot wait to get on with her and show her some of the hijinks that you can get up to for this sort of thing. Anyway, but did anybody, since we're winding things down here, did anybody have any questions about the evidence you just saw tonight? Any of the things that you caught, that you helped me catch? Love to chat with you about it. Did anybody have anything for me whatsoever? I'll wait. No? I guess nobody had any questions for me. Well, anyway, the Candy Factory, I'll tell you this much. The Candy Factory was built in 1908, and it went online in 1909. The Candy Factory actually created candy for territories covering all the while, all east of the Mississippi River. That's a lot of territory for 1910. And one of the coolest experiences we had at the Candy Factory, it was a shared experience. Now, I caught the reaction on video, but again, it's one of those things where it's really hard to capture. It's really hard. Oh my God, I just realized too, on the Lo-Fi Girl, the recording I've got here, there are bats flying by her window as well. That's fantastic. Okay, so anyway, I've been clearing the apartment. Hope all is going well. We've got some really good stuff here. Panic. Yeah, really good stuff. I'm excited. So anyway, but one of the shared experiences we had was that this was on the night of the public event. We all went upstairs for the final stop, and on that particular night, I took a team to the second floor, the first floor, and then we ended on the third floor. And when we actually walked into the theater of the third floor, there was a really heavy smell of candy in the air, like chocolate candy. It was something very sweet in the air, and it was stunning to me. Absolutely stunning, and everybody in the group smelt it. So if you smelt it, you dealt it. One of the things that we are planning to talk about with the Candy Factory is we may be doing something that. So this is the thing, chat. I've been trying to do this thing with Old Spirits, like in steps, in tiny steps, just tiny steps, And one of the things I wanted to do with Old Spirits on this particular go around was, hey, why don't we do it like you see with the Ghost Hunters, where you have, me and Phil on one side of a table, Jordan, who runs the Candy Factory, and Rachel, who is our contact with the Manassas Museum, and the four of us do a data reveal. Well, what does Rachel say? She goes, well, we'd like to do something with the entire staff of the Candy Factory. So we're going to do a widescreen big speaker production. And yeah, I'm going to stream it, and it will be the final. It will actually not even the final. I think we're going to make it I think we're going to make that our season premiere of season 2. I think we're going to do that as our season premiere of season 2. But man, the Candy Factory have been so receptive and so nice to us and so kind to us. IMAX. Baby, that's later. That's when we do the Yorktown. That's when we cover the Yorktown. All right, chat. I'm going to go on ahead and wrap things up temporarily. And then I will be back online before you know it with Ash Said Hi. And I will make sure that, in fact, I'll go on ahead and I'll do this. I don't think Ash is on right now. I don't think she's on right now. I'll double check. She is not. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go on ahead and raid. We're going to go on ahead and raid Ash Said Hi. And the thing is, when you get there, she's not going to be live. Okay, she's not going to be live, but she'll probably be getting ready to go live. And so when you get there, just hang out. Just be ready to hang out. Build it, and they will come. And what we'll do is we'll go on ahead and we'll raid Ash, but just sit tight. And when I get there, you'll already be there. And if not, you know where to go, because when it takes you there, you'll know what to do. I'm not going to even worry about a raid message because she's not there. But when you get there, that's where I'm going to be in about 15 minutes or so. Ash we're gonna set ourselves up. We're gonna get ready to go, and then I'm going to help Ash get her Alexa all set up. This should be fun. All right, everybody, you all have a great night. Thank you so much for hanging with me, and we will do this again next week because I'm pretty sure I'll have some more stuff to look at. All right, everybody, peace out. Love you all, and I will see you Thursday night. Yeah, I'm gonna need some time with you all Thursday night. It's gonna be a rough night, so I can't wait to see you all then. Have a good night, everybody. Thursday.